Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. We have a love reading today. This is going to be quite a fun and cheeky one, and I have some red rose incense here which I'm going to light just to bring in some lovely warm fuzzy energy for everyone, some lovely romantic energy for everyone who's drawn to this reading. So I'm just going to light that and put it to one side. So I've got 3 piles for you to choose from today, as always, which I will point out with my incense stick. Pile 1 here. Now, these are little juice boxes, or so they appear. Okay, but actually they're lip balm. These are fruity, juicy lip balms from Claire's Accessories. They smell really good. Oh, it smells good. All I can smell is incense now. But they are really, really nice. I haven't used them. I have left them pristine for the reading, but I may allow myself to use them afterwards, if that's okay with you guys. So, pile number 1, we have the Guava juice box lip balm. So we've got very kind of cheeky, juicy energy going on here. So I think some of the messages might be quite juicy. And the crystal for this pile is cherry quartz, which I always want to call cherry pop quartz, but it's not. But it is to me. Pile number 2, we have the strawberry juice box, which is a little bit more purple than pink. Again, oh, it's a lip balm, it's pink. Oh, it's yummy, that one. That smell reminds me of the 80s. And your crystal is the mystical Purpurite, which is a lovely deep iridescent purple crystal. Pile number 3, we have the coconut juice box, which is kind of weird. Is coconut juice a thing? I mean, I know we say like coconut water, coconut milk. It does actually smell like coconut. It's very nice. And the crystal for pile 3 is white howlite. So take a moment, have a look, gaze at the piles, see which one you're drawn to. You might be drawn to more than one. What we are looking at today is who has a crush on you. So you might be drawn to 1, 2, or all 3. And I will see you in your reading. Timestamps are in the description below. Hello to you, pile 1. You chose the Guava juice lip balm and the cherry quartz. So there's a very fun, cheeky energy for this group. I'm going to try and stop my camera from waving around. There we go. Must have jogged it. Very fun, very passionate energy in this group. So I'm quite excited to see what's going to come through here, because this is a very youthful energy here as well. So it doesn't matter how old you are or how old your crush might be. This is about youth in spirit and fun. Very passionate energies as well, connecting to the lower chakras here. So we're connecting to the root chakra and a little bit to the sacral chakra as well. So this is about some of our baser urges. So bear that in mind. We could have some Knight of Wands reversed energy coming through, but we've yet to see that. We're yet to see. Knight of Wands reversed is a, how do I say this politely, not get banned on YouTube? Let's just say it's a man whore. Right. Okay. That's not to say that this person is, or these people are, because remember, there could be more than one person that's crushing on you, and we're just here to have a little look at the energy and see who that might be for you. So the tarot deck I have for you today is the Moon and Stars Tarot. I'm going to pop your hot guava juice over there. I don't know why I wanted to say hot lava guava, which is silly because there's a coffee blend called hot lava java, but it's the same kind of hot, fast energy. So maybe there's a connection to coffee there for someone as well. So that's a very interesting, very specific one. Cards trying to come out all over the place already, so out they come. All right. Let's see who has a crush on you. So we're going to look at who they might be. This can be more than one person, you know, if they're likely to do anything about it, and what the future potential is there. If it's a good match, you might not even like them. Let's hope that's not the case, but you know, it happens. It happens. We have to be ready for these things. Okay. You might already know who it is. You might already suspect. So let's see. Let's pop these to one side. All right. King of Swords. Ace of Swords. Somebody knows what they want. Okay. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. And 5 of Cups. Okay, interesting, interesting. I feel like somebody's very, very clear about how they feel about you. With the Ace of Swords there, that clarity of vision and understanding coming through. But the King of Swords and King of Pentacles, so we could have two people here. Could be two separate people. Very interesting. I feel like you're the Queen of Wands here, regardless of whether you're male or female, that doesn't matter. The very charismatic figure. But perhaps you've been through a bit of a hard time. It could be somebody who genuinely wants to help you, or they may be showing up as somebody who's very helpful in your life right now, always offering to do things for you. You know, might be the colleague who just sort of shows up at the right moment and goes, oh, do you want to lift? Oh, did you need that? Oh, I heard you needed this thing. Here it is. I got it for you. You know, and you just think, oh, that's nice, but you maybe don't think anything else of it. Maybe you should. I feel like perhaps you should, because there's something else going on here. There's more to this situation than meets the eye. I feel like somebody would like to choose you. Somebody would very much like to pick you. But the timing may be off. I feel like you might not be able to see it at the moment. You may have gone through a breakup or a difficult situation, or you've got some other stuff going on in your life right now, because I mean, fives are always tricky energy, and the Five of Cups in particular, you know, we can't necessarily see the potential because it's behind us rather than in front of us, and we're not looking at it. And we can be a little bit pessimistic at the Five of Cups as well, but it is only a temporary energy. So I do want to say that I think there is somebody who's very keen on you and you don't know it. Or if you do know it, you kind of haven't really clocked it yet. It's like you've thought about it and gone, oh no, that's silly, that can't possibly be right. So for some of you, you kind of know but you don't know, and for others you really have no idea, because you might be just consumed by something else or by somebody else at the moment, and this person would really like to swoop in and make things better for you. This is somebody who's very clear on what they want. I'm going to say they're a little bit older, as I feel you might be as well, despite the kind of very young energy with the juice box. That's your energy. You've got a young energy, but an older body, shall we say. This is very interesting. Let's get some more cards. Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. So there's a good chance of a new beginning here. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Yeah. Crossroads. You see, this is a tricky one. And what I was saying about you possibly having had your heart broken or being in the process of going through a heartbreak or something at the moment, or it may be that you need to break somebody's heart, you need to split up with someone because it's not working and you're not happy. There's definitely something going on here that's going to cause discomfort, possibly to a third party, if this were to go ahead. But there is a good potential here. I feel like this person does want this. They do want this beginning. I feel like they would like to say it. They would like to say so. I think if anyone speaks up, it'll be them, not you. And they want to do it right as well. I feel like they really want to do things right. And if it's a workplace romance, for example, they want to make sure they're doing everything correctly. They're not breaching any protocols or rules or getting anyone in trouble or making anyone feel uncomfortable. They want to do it correctly. They want to come in a very honourable manner. Judgment, interesting. And this Judgment card has the word action on it. Yes, they want everything to be fair, and they want everything, to basically not cause any adverse karma. This is a very honourable person. Could be a Libra. We are actually going to look at some zodiac dice as well, astrology dice, see what signs show up for this one as well towards the end. So watch out for that. Very, very interesting energy here, but this is somebody who wants to take action. They want to advance. I'm very drawn to the kind of explosions on the swords cards. They're supposed to be actual swords, but they look like shooting stars, don't they? It's like action. Yes, want to do it now. Kind of want to launch into battle for you. They might want to actually defend you from something if you're going through a divorce or something difficult at the moment. I feel they want to step in and be your hero or your heroine. The person that uplifts you, the person that brings you what you deserve. And I think this person sees you in a way that perhaps other people don't. They see who you truly are. They see you on a deeper, more spiritual level than the average person would be able to. And that's really beautiful. Yeah, they are going to have to be brave. Let's just get a sense of shell on that one. There's a little hint of a booby there. Okay. if you haven't been to the channel before, I use my shells to censor. You'll notice I have a lot of shells around, varying sizes from huge to tiny. And I use them for censoring on cards so I don't get a YouTube strike. Other psychics use crystals. I use shells. I am part mermaid, so you know it's fair. So we have strength and we have the lovers. Ooh. So yeah, there's a strong romantic potential here, and this person kind of wants to step in and be your knight in shining armor, which is really lovely. And again, gender doesn't matter. It's not about whether you're male or female. They want to step in and help you. They want help and support you as well. So very interesting. Yeah, there's a strong loving potential here, but it would require you to choose to be with them. I think they will ask, but it will be up to you. It will be your decision. It will be your choice. You will be the one in the position of power, if that makes sense. You will have the upper hand, so to speak, in the relationship. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I think the other person will be the chaser and you will be the chasee, if that's a word. Just don't be the runner. Okay. Very beautiful energy. There's a potential soul connection here for a lot of you as well. Quite an old soul connection. It feels like you've known each other, I wouldn't say since the Dark Ages, but it's on a soul level since the Dark Ages. So your souls are both very old and they've known each other for a very, very long time, as humans would perceive it. But I don't think you've had many lifetimes together. I don't think you've done that, really. But at the same time, your energy is very familiar because your energies know each other. Your souls know each other from a long, long, long way back. You're like very old friends who are reconvening on Earth at this time. So we've got a potential for passion here. And again, we're going back to the cherry quartz. There's definitely a potential for passion and your juicy guava. But also real love here as well. So this isn't just a hookup. This isn't just a short-term connection. You know, this isn't just a physical thing. This is more than that. It's a meeting of the minds. And I feel like this person does see you as perfect. They might have you on a bit of a pedestal. So yeah, I've got Libra energy coming through. So one of you may be a Libra, possibly them, but I feel like they admire you. There's a real sense of admiration that comes through very strongly here, which is very, very beautiful. I'm loving that. Okay, let me pop these away. We will have a look at some oracle cards now. I've got the energy oracle here, which is hopefully going to give us some more information about this person, who they might be and what they might do. I've got them upside down. I thought I did. The very fact that they're upside down could be a connection for somebody as well, because nothing happens by accident in my readings, even when I just appear to be very clumsy. I was saying this to a lady I was doing some work for the other day, like in numerology, if you make a mistake, because I'm an esoteric numerologist, if you make a mistake in your calculations, it's not a mistake, basically. Which is nice, because I get to say, haha, I don't do anything wrong. But I definitely do. But the message comes through anyway. It comes through the mistake, which is really cool. So... right. Never a huge fan of maths, but I do love numerology. So, envy on number 20, we've got journey on number 2, the world on 29, and man holding a heart on 45. That's a very good sign in romance to see man holding a heart. That's somebody who genuinely wants to make a romantic offer to you. Somebody who's very interested, eyes on you. You may find that they've been watching you a lot. They could have been watching you on social media. They may also be in a different part of the world. They may not actually be in your country. So look out for that as well. Or it could be a country you're connected to but you don't live in. So be aware of that. If it's somebody in the workplace, you might have noticed them staring, or in an environment where you meet up with them. You know, if you've noticed someone that you know at the gym, or, you know, something like that, some social setting or formal setting, they definitely have an eye on you. So you might have noticed that. I think they will come across as a little bit jealous of your current partner or ex, depending on your personal situation. I feel like they were not happy and they felt that this person wasn't good enough for you, which I feel is the case anyway. I do feel like there's a possibility for a lot of people watching. Remember, this is a group reading, so only take this particular, take each piece of information as it resonates for you, and take it if it makes sense. I feel like this person feels very strongly, whoever you're with or were with recently, because we had the heartbreak card, they really don't think they were good enough for you, and they're quite angry about that. They feel angry on your behalf. They're outraged on your behalf. And they've watched you, go through whatever you've gone through. However privately or publicly that may have been, and regardless of what they were able to see and perceive, they feel quite annoyed on your behalf. And they've seen your struggle. They understand the struggle that you've been through. And they do want things to be different. There's a lot of emotion here because I've got a lot of 2s on the table. So I've got a 20, a 2, and a 29. Whew. A lot of emotion. This is somebody who does feel their emotions. I feel they express them as well. So they're not somebody that would hold everything inside and clam up. They are very, very able to be romantic. They're very capable of that. They're very capable of speaking their heart. And I think they would very much like to do that. It'd be nice to know if they're going to. Oh, okay. Oh, how many? 3. 3 came out. Look at that. My guide's literally picking the cards for us today. Kicking them out of the deck. Okay, 22. So a lot of 2 energies. We've got 22. Okay, 22, feet of the goddess, 22, 4. Interesting, balanced energy, but also allows us to stand in our feminine power. So that would be either for you or the other person, depending on whether you're a man or a woman. But standing in the goddess power, standing in the feminine power. And it's interesting because I've got action and patience next to each other. It's like this person really, really wants to do something, but they are biding their time. They are being patient because they want everything to be in balance. They want everything to be perfect. Like I said, they want to do things properly. They are very honourable. They are very spiritual on some level, whether they express it or not. Whether they might come across as a little bit religious, but their spirituality is there. It's intact. They certainly want to charge forwards, but they know it has to be done at the right time. I feel like this person understands divine timing on some level. They understand angelic forces. So even if they're not overtly religious or spiritual, I think they're aware of angels, and I think they might even talk to them and ask them to help them sometimes. So that's a possible connection there for some people. Or you may just find angel imagery in their stuff, basically. Maybe that's something that if you ever went to their house, for example, they might have a painting of something that was an angel, or they might have a tattoo with angel wings or something. That there's certainly a connection there with angels for sure. Very, very interesting connection, this one. Very interesting. Let's see what else we can find out. Okay, oops. Yeah, they are not happy about how you've been treated. They're really not, with the pomegranate being smashed up here. And the pomegranate, to me, takes me to the symbolism of Persephone and Hades, and how Persephone was kind of tricked into marrying him, into being his wife. And so, yeah, there is definitely some resentment towards either your current partner or your ex. From them, definitely. They do not like them. Or if they've never met and never found out about them, that could be something in the future. They will not like them at all. So if you're co-parenting, that could be a bit tricky. But the good thing is they will always take your side. Okay. Wedding rings. Yeah, they would definitely like something serious with you. Wedding rings next to man holding a heart. I mean, yeah, this person would like something serious. But, they're aware that you both have a past. They are aware that, this isn't necessarily your first go around at things. And if it's a second marriage, for example, or subsequent marriage, they still want to do that. So don't think, oh, well, I've been married before, I've been divorced a couple of times, maybe they wouldn't be interested. They would. They actually would, which is really nice. If anything, they admire what you've been through, and they respect what you've learned in your different relationships. Yeah, they really appreciate you, and they think you deserve to be pampered, because I don't think you necessarily have been by previous partners. It's interesting. There's a lot of movement here with the ship and the journey card here and the action. There's a sense of movement here. So it could be that one of you has to move house or move region or country to be with the other one. But it does feel very strongly that they would be prepared to do that. That wouldn't be a problem for them. But they would need you to cut ties with the past. They would need you to let go of previous people, potentially previous situations, to be with them. There's something to let go of for sure. This is somebody who wants to give you what you deserve, and they think you deserve a lot. Okay, so you're never going to feel underappreciated. You're never going to feel like you're not getting your needs met with this person. They will go out of their way to make sure that that isn't the case. Okay, so let's move on and get some more clues about who this person might be. And I'm going to clear these cards away. So it's my candle's making a bit of a fuss over there in the corner of the screen. So I think the candle has things to say about this situation as well. Oh, and suddenly it stopped. As soon as I acknowledged it, it stopped, and it's starting again. Okay. The candle's quite excited about this energy. Let's pop these away. And then what we're going to do next is we are going to have a look at our astrology dice to get some star signs. So these could be signs in their big three or a major influence in their chart. So it could be their sun sign, their moon sign, their ascendant. It could be yours. They might have a stellium in this sign. What do we have? We have, oh, yes, all the water signs coming out. Double Cancer, Pisces and Virgo. Okay, so we're going to note double Cancer. So that could be somebody who does have a double Cancer somewhere. They could be Cancer Sun and Moon, for example. But because we've got it come out twice, I'm going to roll one of these again just to see if another sign would like to come out as well. Or they might have a particular sign twice in their big three. Aries. There we go. Cancer, Aries, Pisces and Virgo are the energies coming out for this group. Doesn't necessarily mean it's their sun sign, but it is an influence in their chart. So we are going to the tea leaves next. Let's get some more clues about who has a crush on you. And remember, this could be multiple people. This isn't necessarily just one person. We could be picking up on a number of threads of energy here. I've only deciphered one so far, but if you recognise two different people in the descriptions here, you could be right. So go with it. Trust your instincts. Horseshoe, good luck. Tree, affairs with your family. Dogs, getting together with friends. Mountain road, you're on the road to success. Lovely. Kite, vacation. Again, there's that travel energy coming through here, sort of travel messages like the mountain road and the kite. Moon, changes in your life, yes. Carriage, a journey. What did I just say? A journey, either physical or mental, so it's not necessarily a physical journey. And pineapple, reconciliation. Interesting. So this could be somebody from your past. This might be a past person for some of you, so that's very interesting. But it feels like it would be quite further back, not like a recent ex, a little bit further back than that. Certainly it is a fortunate connection that we're looking at here, and you might be able to hear the door. My cat is letting himself in, might be about to jump up. I apologise if he knocks anything over. What are you doing? You going on the windowsill? Yeah, say hello to everyone. Betty. That's nice. Okay. So Bedford has joined in for your reading, so you're very lucky, you're honoured. He doesn't do that for everyone, only when he feels like it. And I have to keep an eye on him when he's in here because he's a bit naughty. And he has a habit of spraying on things in Mummy's office. No spraying today, please, mister. I'm watching you. Yeah. Yes, I know you own everything in here, but it doesn't mean you have to do that. So yes, it would certainly bring big changes, I think, if this were to go ahead. I think you'd... you going out? No. It would certainly bring in change, and there is potential for travel here as well. I think this is somebody who you will have a strong friendship with, either now or in the future, for sure. There is a connection to family here as well, to your family tree. So maybe they are friends of your family, or they've known your family for a long time. Come on then. Here he is. Here he is, the real star of the show, my big muscle man. Yes, we don't need you on the table right now, Bedford. You're kind of in the way. Should we have a look at you? See how handsome you are. Look how handsome you are. Oh, Bedford. He's a good boy. Okay. So maybe you have a cat. Maybe he does. Bedford certainly seems to want to be a part of this particular reading. So he could actually be, or he could be from Bedford or Bedfordshire. He could be a connection there for you as well, because he does not always show up for Mummy's readings, only when he feels like it. I see you looking at the candle. I can't speak at the moment. I see you looking at the candle, Bedford. Do not stick your face in it. He has been known to do that because he's an idiot. Right. Could we, no, that's my water. Thanks, Bedford. Could we get on with the, no, okay. All right then. I daren't get any letter tiles out because Bedford will undoubtedly want to play with them. I'm lucky he hasn't started playing with the astrology dice actually, because he rather likes those. Betty, do you want to sit on Mama's lap? Come on, come and sit on Mummy's lap. Oh, he knocked a card down. Good boy, good boy. He's quite awkward. I know, you're a big boy. Quite awkward to deal with, aren't you, Bedford? Right. No, he's going on the windowsill. He's going to keep a lookout for us. Okay. After that short cat interlude, we're going to get some letter tiles. Then we'll have a look at some charms as well, see if we can get more information about your crush. Or, well, not your crush, the person who's crushing on you. Your crushy, a crusher? I don't know. How do we say that? Is that a word? Did I make a word up, Bedford? Sounds quite likely. Okay. You off then? Yep, he's had enough. He's going out the door. Okay. All right then, so let's get some letter tiles. So we are looking for words, names, initials. Could be connected to this person, could be this person's initials, could be yours, could be your name, could be somebody that you both know, that you both work with, a company name, a word that describes them or you, for example. So D, A, I, they could be Welsh, die. C, I, dicey. Also could be Darcy. Okay. Oh, Mr. Darcy. Right, M. I told you this was a cheeky energy. H. A. A again. Z. E. C. G. T. J. Another E. I. Upside down. There's that upside down theme again. K. O. Jaco. That sounds like a name. B. Is it Japanese? Is that a name? Somebody tell me. S. O. A. Oh, another O. Ooh. R and B. R and B. There we go. Okay, so R and B might be something that you both like. All right. This person might have allergies because I'm looking at Atu and I'm like, Atu. And that takes me way back to a very, 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 very old computer game that we had at my school when I was like 5 or 6 years old. It was called Granny's Garden, and if any one of you out there remember it, please tell me, because I start to feel crazy sometimes, like, am I the only one that remembers this? But it was on the BBC computers. We used to have those really, really old ones, pre-PCs, pre-Windows, all that. It's BBC Basic, wasn't it? It's what were they called? It's computers. Not that it matters, but yeah, Granny's Garden, and it was a very, very old-fashioned type of game with very few images, and the images were very simple, and it was mostly text, and you were like typing in words and interacting that way. And I know those kind of games are sort of retro, and they're a bit more fashionable again now. But for a long time it really wasn't. It was seen as really lame, but I liked it. Anyway, there was this guide that would help you at one point called Achu, and he kept sneezing. So, I don't know where I'm going with this, but this is the thread that my guides have given me, so here we are. So Achu is here to guide you. And he was called Achu because he kept sneezing. And you're trying to find these baby dragons, basically, in the game. You're trying to find these baby dragons and release them. So, and there's an evil witch who's out to try and stop you. And it was obviously very scary when we were like 5 years old. Okay. Hilarious. I'll tell you what, the energy for this group is just making me laugh so much. It's brilliant. I'm loving this. So, this person could work in healthcare, could be a nurse, or they could be management within healthcare. I feel that's possible. I just say the words and names that jump out at me. So Jet, Zoe, Soa. But Soa, I don't know how you would spell that. Soba noodle. They're noodles, aren't they? That's Japanese again, isn't it? Somebody tell me. Interesting. I'm getting geisha as well. I'm getting all kinds of like Japanese stuff coming through. So maybe this person is interested in Japan and enjoys learning about the culture or interacting with the culture. Maybe they live in Japan, but they're not Japanese or something. Or maybe they are Japanese, don't live in Japan. There's certainly a kind of fish out of water element with this person. Okay. I feel this person might be quite psychic as well. Kelly, Jason, Bill, Bess. Also bees. This person might be a beekeeper, or they might have a particular interest in apiculture. See, I know big words. Amy. Got the French spelling of Amy here. Goku, maybe this person likes Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Broad Oak, that's a place, isn't it? I don't know where it is, but I've definitely heard of it. It's probably more than one in my country, but Broad Oak, okay. I've got a connection to Nottingham coming into my mind as well, because I'm getting images of like Robin Hood as well. So Nottingham or Nottinghamshire. Okay. Charlotte, Jessica, lots of women's names coming through here, which is interesting because my audience is usually women. I'm surprised I'm not getting more male names, but there you go. We go with it. Mako. That's Sailor Jupiter, isn't it? My Sailor Moon fans here with me? Yes. Drop a green heart below if you know who Mako is. Okay. It could be Tongolese. Is that right? It's an island, isn't it? Pacific Island. You could be a Pacific Islander. Or you might be. Yeah, okay. You might have like a biblical name as well. And I'm getting the Christ energy. Obviously, I don't want to like swear. I'm not saying it as a swear word. But I'm getting the word Christ coming through. So that could be something quite important. Or the name might be Jesus, you know, something like that. It's interesting. Right, let's get some charms. If you haven't finished, then I suggest take a screenshot of this and have a look at it for yourself later. Right, let's find out more about this person, please. Whoa, that's a lot of charms. That's stuck on my finger. There's a heart on my ring finger. Oh, look at that. That's very cute. Very, very cute indeed. Okay, we've got confirmation of Aries. We've got Aries over here. We have the letter Y. And the Y just broke the letters apart. It's almost like, why? Why did you have to break this apart? Yeah. I feel like somebody's going to be very jealous if you get together with this person. So, hidden dimensions. There's a lot of feels, all the feels. I mean, that's a lot of charms. I wasn't intending to take that many. And yet, literally, this was like stuck on my ring finger, wasn't it? This is my right hand, but still. the symbolism is very much there. That's like a wedding ring, you know, putting their heart on your finger. Absolutely beautiful. So we have an apple. We have a little fairy with a star and a moon. We have an anchor, so nautical connections. We have the arrow that goes with the heart, which is a really good sign because that's the symbol of Cupid. We have the pentacle. We also have one of my favourite symbols, which is a pine cone, which also represents the pineal gland or third eye. So this person could well be very psychic or connected to royalty or the upper classes. A key. We have the infinity symbol, good sign for longevity. We've got another nautical symbol with the ship's wheel. We have the hot air balloon, so again, travel, another anchor. Very powerful boat imagery coming through here. So maybe they are from a seafaring nation, or perhaps they would have to travel across the sea to be with you. Maybe they do work. You know, maybe they were in the Navy, maybe they are in the Merchant Navy. We have a unicorn, my little pink butterfly. We have a bow, which is kind of weird looking. I always think it looks like it belongs on a dog or something. Like it, you know how you get like a collar for a dog or a cat? It has a bow on it. That's what it looks like to me. My favorite charm. It's the cat in front of the moon. So full moon. So we've got a couple of moons here. So some connection to moons or to their moon sign. We have the tree of life. So very fertile connection. Possible pagan connections as well with these two here. We have the hearts intertwined, so yes, I think there could be mutual feelings going on here. We have a lovely dragonfly, which is about metamorphosis, and we have this gorgeous flower, which looks very much like a sakura. Sakura? I don't know how you're supposed to say that. The Japanese cherry blossom. And again, we have cherry quartz. I like that connection. So, possible connection to cherry blossoms. And Japan again. Absolutely gorgeous. So I hope that was interesting and useful for you, my pile one. It's been my pleasure to read for you today. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that will really help me in the algorithm. That will tell YouTube that my videos are worth watching, which will be really great. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy with me today, and take very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 2. You chose the strawberry juice box lip balm and the mystical purpurite stone. So very mystical energy with this group as well, because your tarot deck is the Midnight Magic Tarot deck, which is very mystical as well. So there's definitely a magical, mystical energy coming through here. So I feel like I've got the mystics in this group here with me. Something that was very interesting as well, when I stopped the video at the end of pile 1, your timestamp is 3737. So numerologically speaking, with number 37, we're bringing in number 3 and 7, which when we add them together, we get 10. So we have 37, 10, 1, because 10 reduces to 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So very interesting numerology there, because that's the mystic leading the blueprint. So that's very much the great mystery of life, or your spirituality leading you to make choices and decisions in your life that take you in directions guided by spirit and guided by your own spirituality and your own wisdom. So that's very interesting. So you might be a very mystical person, or your crush, or the person crushing on you might be. So some very interesting energies already. And you've also got Purpurite, which is a very high vibrational stone, connects with the crown chakra, of course. So that's your connection to spirit, to your higher self, to your soul, to your intuition. So very, very esoteric energy coming through for this group. I'm going to pop those over there, and let's have a look at some cards for you. So the question that we are asking today is, who has a crush on you? Interesting. I think this is somebody who's quite loyal as well. I think this is, before we even get to the cards, I'm picking up on some things. A moment ago, I had to stop the video because the incense, the rose incense that I lit at the beginning was getting a little bit too strong, because my room's very small, my house is very small. I have to move incense around, or it can get a bit overpowering sometimes. And I went into my bedroom, which is next to this room, and Bedford's in there now. My cat is lying on the bed. He made an appearance in pile 1. if you want to see him, I will put a specific Bedford timestamp in for everyone. And he's now lying on my bed on top of the jumper that I took off at the beginning of the reading. So if any of you know me or have had readings from me in person or on Zoom, you'll know I get very hot when I channel, when I'm working with the spirit energies. And if I'm wearing a jumper, I'm usually remember to take it off. But if I'm wearing a jumper, I have to take it off because I get very hot. So, yeah, but I've put my jumper on my bed, and of course the cat gets on my bed and he gets straight onto Mummy's jumper because it smells like Mummy, and he loves Mummy so much. He is my little shadow. I feel like this person, they look up to you, and I think they're someone who's very loyal and who would very much like to be with you. Not exactly like a pet, that's not the dynamic I mean, but there's a very dutiful kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Loyal energy, a bit like, you know, like a loyal dog or a cat. They only have eyes for you if they get together with you. You know, they're incredibly loyal. They don't have straying eye. They wouldn't cheat. You know, nothing like that. They're very focused on the one that they're with. You know, interesting energy. Okay, let's take a look at the cards because some have already jumped out. So we've already got the Six of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. This one wants to come out too, doesn't it? Four of Wands. Ah, there we go. There's the stable household that they would like. That's the kind of person they are. For some of you, this is actually going to be an ex. This is somebody that you've either dated before or been with before. In some capacity, there's already a romantic connection there for some of you. Not for everybody, because this is a group reading, so take it as it makes sense for you. Take it as it resonates. Not every message is for every person. Take the ones that are for you. So, yeah, this person has their eye on you. They would like a relationship with you for sure. Six of Cups, there's a very real fondness here with the Six of Cups coming through, which is lovely. And the mushroom on most of these cards have mushrooms on, by the way. If you're seeing a lot of mushrooms, that's on purpose in this deck. Pixie's parasol, isn't that adorable? That's so cute. Maybe you know each other from childhood as well. There's definitely a potential for a childhood connection here, someone you've known since you were a lot younger, or was known to your family, something like that, or you knew their family. Because there's a real sense of feeling safe with this person, but also that they are known to you on some level. So that could be from this lifetime, but it could also be from a previous lifetime. And King of Swords and Knight of Swords, yeah. Wow. I think this person is a little bit impatient to get things going. I think either they need to leave someone or you would need to leave someone for you to be together. With the Eight of Cups, somebody would have to leave somebody else. It's going to be different for everyone, but I feel it could be you that needs to leave. They're kind of waiting for you to leave someone else so that they can step in and go, ha-ha. But they feel very impatient about it, whatever it is. And it's almost like they're so single-mindedly focused on you. In some extreme cases, this could almost come across as a little bit creepy, a little bit stalkerish, in which case disregard the rest of the reading and, if necessary, report them to the police. Please do not let anyone stalk you or be acting in inappropriate ways. But there is a very focused energy on you. Thankfully, that's not going to be for most people, but if that is for you and you know it, then that's a bit of a confirmation there. Okay, so yeah, the Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. I mean, that's the order that you do things on. You leave something behind and you move on to something better. So that is the message here. One of you, or perhaps both of you, need to leave someone behind and move on to something better. Whether it's with this person or with somebody else. But that's absolutely the situation that I feel possibly both of you find yourself in right now. I would say more likely you than them, just because I get this impatient feeling from them. I feel like they would leave someone for you. If you said you were interested, they'd be like, yep, that's it, done. I choose you, no worries, let's go. And they would want to move quite fast as well. And there is a desire to be in a serious relationship. So this might be somebody from your past who you were together with, but you left them, and they would come running back if you clicked your fingers, not in a horrible way, but they would definitely rather be with you than anybody else, and you kind of know that. if this is someone from your past. So I feel like this is, although they're from your past, they are in your sphere at the moment. They are in your life at the moment. So if it is an ex, you will know who they are. They're still connected to you somehow. And they would very much like to marry you or to remarry you if you've been divorced in the past as well, which is very interesting. So there's certainly a potential for a new beginning, and quite a lucrative new beginning as well. I think you would do well together financially. I feel this person is quite well off. On the Ace of Pentacles, I mean, it's Pentacles for starters, which is the money suit, isn't it? But it's also the Perigord truffle. Now, I used to live next to the Perigord. I know it quite well. I know the truffles. And yes, they are quite sought after, and they are very delicious and expensive as mushrooms go. So there's certainly a potential for being very well off if you were to choose this person. I think they would be able to offer you financial abundance and comfort and all the things that you would like. So there is that as well. But they are quite an impulsive person. They are somebody who knows what they want and isn't afraid to get it, you know, and ask for it when they actually want it, even if they don't get it. But there's also an element of, this could be a fire sign, because I feel like they want what they want, and when they don't get it, they sulk. It's like, no, I took the action. Why didn't I get what I wanted? They tend to get very confused if they don't get what they want. Like, wait a minute, how is that possible? I always get what I want. And I don't mean that necessarily as in like they're a spoiled brat. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just they work very hard and they expect to achieve. They set, you know, targets for themselves, and they pride themselves on being able to achieve things. And obviously that's not how it works in romance, is it? That's not how these things work. So it might bug them a bit that maybe they're, you know, very lucky in work and money, and not quite so lucky in romance, because they don't understand that you can't force these things. You can't hurry love, you know, and all that song. Seven of Swords, Amethyst Deceiver, yeah. And the Magician. So they really want to make this happen. I think this person may actually start to take steps towards you. They may have already said something. They may be playing it low-key at the moment, because with the Seven of Swords, this is about deception. They may be playing it very low-key at the moment, hoping that you won't notice. You probably have noticed if they're in your sphere. But they think they're really clever. like most men, because it's mostly women who watch my readings, let's be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter, it could be either way around. But they think they're being so clever and so subtle about this, which is really funny, because you can see right through it, or you will see right through it if you haven't met them yet. But they are very determined with the Magician. They're very determined to get what they want, basically. So do be aware of that. This is someone who's very headstrong. They could be like an Aries or a Leo, for example. Very headstrong, very used to getting what they want. So they might be in quite a powerful position at work. They could be like a CEO or a director or something. Certainly, I do feel like the words my guides are giving me is they're sloshing around in money. They're not short of a few bob. So they might come from quite a posh family as well, because of how my guides are making me talk right now. Very interesting person. Very driven. I'm seeing maybe somebody who does CrossFit or something like that. You know, they're very driven when they do physical activity, maybe martial arts, something like that. They're kind of consider themselves a bit of an alpha male, and I don't mean that as a diss. I really don't. It might be for some people, you know. If that applies, then, you know, if that applies in your situation, apply it. Yeah, but they are quite strong, determined, and want to get what they want to get, but they would like to nail you down in the nicest possible way. Okay, let's see, gonna get one more, aren't we? Yeah, one more. The Sun. Wow, gorgeous golden oyster mushroom. Well, that's a very positive omen, actually. That does show that they actually have good intentions. They do want to be with you for the right reasons in their mind. Whether you want to be with them or not is quite another matter. You know, that's up to you. But they do want to be with you for the right reasons. I think you make them incredibly happy. I think that you brighten their day. You're sort of like this bright light in the darkness to them, because I think they have quite a busy, stressful life, and they work very hard, like I've said. But they also play hard, and I think they would like very much to have a happy and joyful relationship with you. It doesn't feel like someone who just wants a hookup. You know, I mean, it's possible, of course, because this is a group reading, all right? We're picking up many threads of energy here, but for the majority of you, I feel like this is someone with very good intentions who they're not a bad person. They're genuinely a nice person. Okay, I like this person a lot. They want to have a long-term relationship with somebody. Yeah, Nine of Cups. They want to offer that perfection, that happiness, that joy. That Nine of Cups is the wish card. It's everything you've ever wanted. This is someone who wants to make your wishes come true, who wants to be your Prince Charming, or who wants to be your Cinderella. They genuinely want what is good for you, and they are not afraid to go out and get it for you. You've got like this, I'm not sure if it's a toad under here, and they will literally swallow people whole to get you what you want, basically. They would be like your strongest advocate. They would be a very powerful, oh wow, High Priestess. They'd be a very powerful ally in any business venture. For example, if you were with this person, you wanted to create or grow a business, they would be behind you every step of the way, giving you all the support you could possibly want, advice, money, paying for consultations, paying for services. You know, they're absolutely there for you. And the High Priestess as well. So yeah, I think they see how intuitive you are. There's certainly an intuitive connection here. At the moment, it might only be in their dreams because it is the High Priestess, and I think there is this admiration of you. Seeing you as this kind of free spirit who's a lot more light-hearted than they are. I think you take life less seriously than them, in the best possible way. You take life less seriously than them. I'm just going to spray some Cosmic Dragon. I'm just trying to do that. I'm going to have some angel wings as well. Oops. Yeah, there's definitely an esoteric energy around here. It's very, very interesting. Very esoteric. They might be secretly esoteric, so maybe they're a Mason or a Rosicrucian or something. I don't know. Maybe they practice high magics. Maybe they have an altar. You know, they're certainly aware of those forces, for sure. They are aware of those forces in the universe, so that's very interesting. So, yeah, quite a powerful person. You know, even if they don't have huge amounts of money, you know, in the grander scheme of things, they manage to get what they want and they can achieve things. For some of you, this is, though, like literally someone who has a lot of money. Wow. Everyone wants a rich man or woman. Okay, so let's have a look at the Energy Oracle. See what more information we can glean about this person crushing on you. Or persons. We might have more than one, remember. It could be more than one person. Okay, so number 50, the Angel of Strength. 27, walking away. That's what I was saying about, like, they would need to leave someone to be with you. I think patience, yeah, they're definitely biding their time, much as they feel impatient. Stand up. There we go. Community. Yeah, so they could know you through friends or through work. It's definitely a community connection. It could be family connection. The Thinking Man. This is a strategic person. Yeah, they're thinking their way through this. And there's the lion. So we've got the Leo symbolism coming in here. They are prepared to wait for you. Woman holding a heart. Yeah, they're prepared to wait for you if they have to. I don't think you'll miss out if nothing happens straight away. Yin and Yang. Interesting. The second time we've had a couple of these cards out today. These two came out for pile 1. Okay, so the eagle-eyed among you might notice that my glass of water has changed to a glass of milk. I have a glass of almond milk here because I have indigestion, and almond milk is like magic for heartburn. It's really, really amazing. So I'm not sure why I'm talking about heartburn, so that could be a connection there as well. So, Thinking Man, Angel of Strength. Wow, this is quite a formidable person. Like I was saying, they could be a businessman, you know, or woman. They could be quite influential in their sphere. And I feel like for some of you, this is someone who's been waiting for you for quite a while. So like somebody who's been interested for a while, you know, who's known you for a while, or even someone you've been with in the past waiting to get back together, waiting for their chance to come back into your life. Now, obviously, if you want that or not, that's up to you. But I feel like one or both of you would need to walk away from something in order to be together, but they would absolutely be ready to do that because it's like you hold their heart. Okay, you have that. You are the only person who has that ability. And it's not... not quite obsession, but is kind of verging on that kind of energy there. Like I got a stalker vibe for someone earlier, and I really hope that's not for many people, if any, but there could be, so I'm just going to put it out there. But like I said, they're willing to wait, they're willing to be patient. I feel like you would complement each other quite nicely. There's a yin-yang, maybe it's an opposites attract kind of connection here as well. Maybe it's one where you're very, very, very different, and that's partly where the attraction is, but also how you complement each other very, very nicely. You wouldn't be clashing rather than complementing, which is the right way to do it, which is lovely. And I feel like you already have a shared community, so you may have mutual friends, mutual social circle, could be through a church or religious connection through family. Interestingly, rest and rejuvenation. Wow. So there is a pause here. There's a pause in the energy, like maybe they need to take a break before they take that step forwards, or maybe they're waiting for you to have some time. For example, if you know each other through work, they might be aware that you're off sick or something at the moment. They might be aware that you're on vacation, you're taking a break, you're rejuvenating yourself. There's some kind of, I mean, maybe you're on maternity leave. Everyone's situation is different. Yeah, they are aware that they need to wait. They need to be patient here because it's not quite the moment just yet, much as they want to rush in, much as they would like it to be. They're being very strategic about this whole situation. Look at the thinking man gazing into his crystals here. Very esoteric. Very, very black and white, I want to say, as well, with his attire. He is aware of the light, or she is aware of the light and the darkness. 46, 10, 1, so another 10, like we had 37, 10, 1 I was talking about at the beginning about your timestamp. I'm very drawn to 10 energy, and 10 is very much about change and new beginnings, but it's change and new beginnings with experience from the cycle that came before it. So you're not new at this. This person is not new to romance. They're not new to relationships. They've done this before. This isn't their first time. This isn't their first rodeo. They may be consulting like a dating coach, or they may be getting advice. And that's not a bad thing. Some of the dating coaches out there are brilliant, have fantastic advice. I don't feel like this is a bad person, toxic person. Occasionally it might be. For the odd person out there, it will be. And if that's the case for you, you'll know it, and you'll know to run away. So I'm not concerned for you. But I feel like they are getting outside assistance with the situation. Heartbroken, yeah. Abundance. You see, money doesn't make up for not having the person that you want. It really doesn't. It doesn't make up for it at all. Yeah. They're very, very keen on you. But they think they're trying to hide it. They think they're so clever. They think they're hiding it so well. They're not. Yeah, my poker face mask. They think they're hiding it, but they're really not. In the mirror. Yeah. Okay. So there are a couple of alarm bells here. There's a little bit of a warning for some people that this person may struggle with addiction. So that could be addiction to relationships. They might be a bit codependent. They might be a bit narcissistic. Or they might appear a bit narcissistic. They're not necessarily self-absorbed, but they might be. They're very, very focused on getting you right now. They are very good with money, so we've got abundance, but they're unhappy right now. Whether they're single or whether they're with someone, they're not happy about it right now. They would much rather be with you. I feel like they're keeping an eye on you from a distance. They might be single and they might be dating and seeing other people casually, but there's really nothing in it. They're not interested in that. That's not what they actually want, which is unfortunate if they're involved with someone because they're not the one. But there's nothing you can do about that. Date, yeah. Yeah, they may actually be about to ask you out on a date for some people. That could be imminent. They may have already asked you out on a date and you turned them down because you thought, ew, no. Which is, I'm sorry if it's the ew. If it's the person you really don't want it to be, I'm so sorry. It happens. It happens to all of us. We all have to deal with the ew. Like, someone asks us out and you're like, oh, seriously? Really? You think you had... Yeah, anyway. Yeah, this could be somebody who isn't as healthy mentally as we might like them to be. They may struggle with their mental health. They may struggle with addictions. There may be an active addiction at the moment as well. So again, if those red flags show up, I want you to be aware of that so that you can take steps to protect yourself and to walk away if necessary. So much as this person has good intentions, they are not without their foibles. Okay. That's what I will say. They are not without their foibles. They are not perfect by any way, stretch or means, any way, shape or means. They may look really good on paper as well. This could be someone who looks really good on paper, but actually they're a little bit broken inside, and that's okay because, you know, we all are to some extent. But they actually have some healing work that ideally they should do first before you should consider a relationship with them. I think they have some healing work to do. And I think you may already know that if you've already rejected them or pushed them away. So, yeah. But I feel like this person, they may well be about to say something kind of in the next, I would say certainly within the next 6 months, this person may be about to ask you out. And I know that seems like a long time scale, but in the grander scheme of things, it's actually not. Okay. So, we're going to get our astrology dice out first. We are going to throw the dice and see what signs show up, what signs are influencing this person, this connection, or people. There could be more than one. We're looking for signs in their big three, so their sun sign, the moon sign, their ascendant. We are also looking for signs in your chart potentially. So we've got double Scorpio. So again, this could be somebody with the same sun and moon, for example, or the same sun and ascendant. Then we have Capricorn and we have Cancer. So I'm going to re-roll one of the Scorpios. We won't forget that it was there, but we'll get another sign. So we have Taurus. Well, that makes a lot of sense. That sounds like ways that Scorpios or Taurus or Capricorns would absolutely act. that does make a lot of sense. And the Cancer energy coming in there as well. Okay, so next we get some letter tiles. I'm going to lay them out and we're going to look for names, words, names of your name, possibly their name or initials, names of people that are mutual contacts or companies, places, things that might connect you. We have E, A, I, M. No, that's a W. Why did I totally read that as an M. I was looking at the tiles. I went, oh, MAGA. I was like, somebody might be MAGA. Okay, so that's a message, very specific message for somebody that didn't even show up in the tiles, but it came through. So EAIWI, A, F, O, E, G, S, A, O, Y, A, N, B, R. It's interesting because we've got nota bene and also number. Right, Z, O, I, J, S, and L. I'm going to move these here. Normally I would get another tile out because I like to have 25. I like to have 5 by 5, but I don't feel like that's appropriate here. This is a 24. 24, so there could be a connection to you 24 or the 24th. That could be a birthday, or could just be a number that connects you. Could be your age, could be their age. Okay, so let's have a little look. Wey, that's a river in Dorset. Comes out at Weymouth, surprisingly. Okay, fab, yes. Maybe they say fab a lot. That's so cringe. Okay, right. Oh, Old English jail. Okay, interesting. Maybe they're an English professor. Maybe they're just interested in Old English. I'm getting some like Celtic names. I've got Ewan coming through here. Gavin, but spelt like the Welsh way with the W. So it could be connections to Ireland or Wales here, or just Celtic connections. Okay. Let's see what names I can pull out. So I have Robert, Sonny, I want to say Yowl. I don't know if that's a name. Soraya. I have the zoo. That's not so much a name as a place. Maybe you know from each other from the zoo. Okay, that's a bit weird, a bit random. But maybe you do. Maybe you both work at the zoo. Okay. Fabian. Now, that's an interesting surname. Wiggins. Okay, go for it. Sylvester. Neil. Samantha. Loki. So the god Loki coming through. Now that could be the name of their dog or their cat or something, you know. Joey. Gates. I'm getting a connection to William Dafoe. That's an actor, isn't it? So it could be that they like a movie of his, particularly. Or maybe they actually know him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who could be watching this video. They might know him. They might have met him. Okay. Noble. That's more of a surname, really, isn't it? Okay. All right, so let's get some tea leaves. We haven't done our tea leaves yet. Let's find out some more information about this person or persons unknown. Oh, they could be in the police, because the way I just worded that, that's very legal wording. that could be a connection to the police or to a legal profession connected to crime. Maybe they're a criminal lawyer. That'll explain why they got lots of money and they're very determined. Okay. Success. Yeah, very successful. Younger man. Interesting. So it could be younger than you. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. Ink pot. Problems to be resolved. Mice. Discord among friends or family. Basket. Recognition. Reward for merit. Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. So we got the problem to be resolved and then we got the outcome. So I feel like this person is a problem solver. They're very good at it. Excuse me. And they would solve problems for you if you let them. I feel like they would literally step in and do things for you. They'd pay off bills. They would sort people out, you know. Great good fortune. Yeah, this is somebody who's quite lucky with money, I think, and with circumstances. They may not get on with their family, though, interestingly. I think there could be some problems there. They're very successful. Maybe that's why they drive themselves so hard to be successful, because they don't get on with their family, or maybe they were orphaned or adopted or something. There's certainly some wounds there. So bat, take care, enemies are working against you. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So it's like every time a problem arises, the solution's right there. So there's a problem, there's the solution. There's an enemy, there's the protection. It's like this person is such a problem solver. It's really quite remarkable. And elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So I think you're going to learn a lot from this person, one way or the other. Hopefully in a positive way. Oh. Yeah. Obviously, everyone's situation is going to be different, but this is very interesting. And if they're not actually younger than you, they may come across as, they may look younger than their age, let's say. interesting. But I do like that the success card is there. So that is something that success is very important to them. I think they don't like losing face and they don't like losing as well. They're not a very good loser. Right, charms. Okay, let's get some charms out. Get some more connections to this person, who they might be. We have Scorpio again. That's the second time that's happened, because I had a double sign come out in pile 1 as well, and then that same sign came out in the charms too. So yeah, that's confirmation they could have double Scorpio in their chart, or a double sign in their chart. Also have Virgo showing up, so we've got that one to add to the pot. We have the little Scotty dog, which always makes me think of the game of Monopoly. That was always the counter I wanted to use. And my sister and I used to fight over it because we both wanted the doggy. Right, letter L, letter N, oops, letter O. Okay, we have a swallow, an anchor. It looks like Bambi. So we've got a baby deer. There's a leaf. There's a love heart. So this is like a locket. The love locket. What's this? Is that a bee? Oh, we got another swallow. So they're birds of a feather flocking together here. Let's put them both together. They look like they want to be together, don't they? So that's quite a nice omen. A bat, being able to see in the dark, fly through the darkness. Extrasensory perceptions. A gorgeous cat and a handbag. So I feel like this person likes luxury. All right, and they might see you as a luxury person. Camera. I mean, they could be a photographer, or they might like taking pictures of you. This might be someone who's actually taken pictures of you in a social setting and you didn't realise that they actually kept that photo and look at it quite a lot. Or even in a work setting, for example. We have a tortoise, or a turtle. Actually, that's a turtle. I'm going to say that's a turtle. Okay, our little birdies, happy little birdies here. Very interesting. So nautical themes, they could be in the Navy, they could be in the Merchant Navy, they could have been in the past. Certainly there is real love and real affection here for sure. And I think they kind of see you as their tree in the woods. They see you as the person that they want to be with, and they might be idealising you a little bit at the moment, which, you know, that's kind of a good thing in a way, because you kind of do that a little bit at the beginning of a relationship, and it is good to admire someone and really have those feelings for them, as long as you can be realistic about it as well, as long as they don't have unrealistic expectations, because they kind of expect a lot from you as well. So I feel like this person would put a lot into a relationship, but they'd also expect a lot out of it, and that's true of all of their dealings, including their work and all their family relationships as well. And I think it feels like family have really let this person down badly in the past. I feel like they're kind of done with that. Got one more that wants to come out. It's the arrow. Usually get that with the heart, so that's interesting. The arrow, but it's like they want to shoot their arrow, and that's also symbolic of the number 1, the arrow that shoots forward. They do want to get things moving, and I feel they will make a move. They will say something. It might be a bit rushed, actually. It might be a bit unexpected and rushed when this person says something, but regardless, they're just determined. They just want to hit the mark, you know, and they might miss. That's up to you. So I hope that was helpful, my pile twos, my lovely strawberry with purpurite. Please remember to like the video, comment, let me know which pile you chose, let me know which messages were for you, or names and initials, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'm horrified to see how many of you watch and aren't subscribed. What's that all about? Come on now. Help a girl out. I don't want you to miss any more of these readings, so please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend if you think it will help them or that they'll enjoy it. I will see you again very soon, and in the meantime, please take very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello to you, my pile threes. You chose the coconut juice box lip balm with the white Howlite crystals. So interesting. I want to say you're a tough nut to crack. You're very tough. Love coconut, very tropical as well, a little bit like our guava, but with the white howlite. Now, this is an interesting one because this stone is very good at calming the mind. It's great for anxiety or insomnia, or if you need to calm down and meditate, it's very good for that. Very good for opening up your spiritual abilities and connecting you with the higher ups, shall we say, with spirit. Very calming, very powerful. Also helps to balance calcium in the body. So maybe you're somebody that needs a bit more calcium. That could be something that's relevant to you. So that could be a connection to you or to the person that's crushing on you. So today we are asking who it is. Who is crushing on my pile threes? The tarot deck I've chosen for you today is the Akashic Tarot. And we're going to have a look to see who likes you. Hopefully this is going to be quite fun. So please do remember this is a group reading. It's not a personal reading, so not every message may apply to every person. Also, you may be drawn to look at pile 1 and 2 as well. 1 or 2 or both of them, which is absolutely fine. There could be messages for you in all 3. All right. Equally, there could be messages for you in none of them. Very unlikely there'd be no messages at all, but it does happen, in which case it's not your reading. Okay. 5, Hilarion. Oh gosh, we're coming in strong now. Starting strong. Reflection, 19. 2 of Scrolls. 2 Worlds. The Queen of Roses. The 7 of Forces. Balance. And the number 22, Adsum. And I want to bring in the 4 of Roses as well. Okay, who is this person? Okay, first of all, I want to say this could be someone very spiritual with Hilarion coming through. Very spiritually powerful, fantastic manifester. They may even be involved in a church somehow. Maybe they're, I don't know, a preacher or a reverend or a spiritual reverend, or maybe a member of their family is. Maybe they come from a church family or a religious family. And that doesn't have to be a mainstream religion either. Maybe they were brought up in a cult. I mean, you don't know. Everyone's different. So something very interesting there. But Hilarion is a very, very powerful figure. This is someone who's a very high vibrational being. This person that likes you. Very high vibrational. And I think they've been thinking about you for a while. You've been on their mind for a while, but I don't think they've plucked up the courage to say anything yet. And of course, this is a group reading, so, you know, that may not apply to everyone. But they want to. I think they could be somebody that has a mediumship ability as well. They can hear spirit, or maybe you can. But I feel like they can particularly. It's very interesting. With the 2 worlds, I want to say they kind of live in 2 worlds, in between 2 worlds one way or another, whether that's the earth plane and spirit world, or whether they exist between 2 cultures or 2 very different worlds in some way. Maybe their family is very, very different to the people that they work with, for example. Maybe there's a huge cultural divide that they have to navigate. Maybe they're from a different country originally, you know, maybe their family are from abroad. So very interesting. This could be, I'm taken to Southeast Asia here, so one of you could be originally from there or part of the diaspora. Very, very interesting. But this person, I feel like they're kind of still trying to suss out who they are. On a spiritual level, I feel like they know who they are. But on a human level, it feels like they're still trying to work it out, like they haven't quite decided what they want to be when they grow up. And that doesn't mean they're not an adult. You see, because I haven't decided either. Do you know what I want to be when I grow up? We'll see. But very powerful feminine energy coming through here, goddess energy specifically. So they could be interested in a religion connected to the goddess, one of the ancient religions, or with goddesses in it. So, you know, like Hinduism, something like that. Very powerful divine feminine energy coming through this person. So this could be a gay connection. Because there is a divine feminine energy coming through very, very strongly. Now, not necessarily, of course, you know, that's not going to be for everyone. But this person carries a strong feminine energy, so a divine feminine energy, which doesn't necessarily have any bearing on your sexuality or anything like that. It is an energy that you carry, and it tends to make you more sensitive. It tends to make you And, you know, if this is a man, it doesn't necessarily mean they're like a wuss or anything. Absolutely not. He brings in a very powerful sensitivity and empathy, heightened emotions, heightened feelings, you know, heightened empathy for others, heightened sympathy. Makes him very caring as well. So this could be somebody very caring. We could be dealing with a Cancer here, a water sign maybe. Someone who thinks very deeply about things. Yeah, I want to go to the deep waters of the reflection card here. Someone who considers what they're doing before they act. They could have a moon in Cancer or in Scorpio here, particularly drawn to those. We will see in a minute, because I'm going to use the astrology dice later, so we will actually get some zodiac signs. It'll be interesting to see which ones we get, see if they match up at all. But I do think there's a real sense of romance with this person, and I think they would like to romance you. Okay, if they haven't tried already, they would like to do that. But maybe you're just very different people with the two worlds. I feel like you could literally be worlds apart. And maybe they think, why on earth would they want me? Why would the princess want the stable boy? You know, it's like, that's kind of how they see you. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female or either way around. You know, but they really kind of have you in their sights, kind of up on a pedestal, and I think they feel a little bit less than, like maybe they're not quite good enough, and that might be why they haven't said anything, might be why you're their crush and they kind of keep you at a distance, because I don't see them being particularly close to you at this time. It's like they're trying to keep their life in order and do everything that they need to do. I feel they're quite busy in their job as well. They could be in some sort of administrational position where they spend a lot of time in an office, you know, busying themselves, or doing that kind of work from home, for example. It doesn't have to be in the office. But I want to say a white collar worker rather than blue collar. I kind of get that vibe. It could be a clerk of some kind. I don't feel like they're a huge earner necessarily. For most of you, they're not going to be a huge earner. They make money and they work hard, but they're not like affluent. They haven't got money coming out of their ears or anything like that, you know. Much as that would be nice, and they would like that. I feel like they don't aim that high in life when it comes to the material things, because their spiritual life is quite rich, and I think they realise that, again, I want to say they might be from Asia, because, like Southeast Asia, because they value spirituality above money. It seems more important to them, which is lovely. You know, that is a beautiful way around to have it. And that's not to say they couldn't earn more money, that they couldn't be more successful than they are. They have had success in what they've done, but they don't aim like super high or anything like that. It's always like the work comes second to other aspects of their life, to deeper, more important aspects of their life. So this is really quite a spiritual person, whether you know that or not about them. Let's see. I knew that card was going to come out. I actually absolutely 100% knew for a fact this card, the Architect, was going to come out. Okay, One of Keys. 5 of Roses. 2 of Roses. Okay. That's nice. I think they've actually asked for angelic intervention in this situation. I do think they have actually asked for the angels to help, or maybe someone's tipped you off to the fact that they like you. Maybe it was a case of, oh, so-and-so likes you. It was almost like childlike at school here. So I don't think it's any coincidence we've got children on this card in the middle here. It's almost like, oh, so-and-so likes you. Do you like them back? Or when they pass you a note and it says, will you go out with me? Tick yes or no. You know, that kind of childish thing. It's almost like they're a little bit immature when it comes to personal romantic relationships. So you might be a little bit younger. They might be a bit younger. You know, you may be from the younger generations. It's a very cute energy. It's kind of sweet. But it's also not spiritually naive. I feel like this person carries a lot of wisdom with them. They know a lot on a spiritual level. They're able to perceive things. They're able to read people. I think they're quite good at understanding the deeper meaning of things. They see deeper meaning in life than the average person. They may literally be an architect, but it's interesting because architects, certainly in my country, you know, generally they don't necessarily earn very much money, but it takes a very, very long time to train to become an architect, and it's very stringent, very difficult to be qualified and to be chartered. as well. So I feel like whatever they do might be more of a labour of love than, you know, like working for the sake of just earning as much money as possible. They're not like that. It feels like they want to work what they're passionate about. They want to do what they're passionate about. They want to create. There's certainly a creative energy that comes through here. So they might be a literal architect. They might be an artist. Whatever it is they do, it feels important. Everything has to be important or it's not worth doing, is what I want to say for this person. It's like it needs to mean something or they don't want to do it. And that doesn't mean they won't, but it does mean that they would prefer for there to be meaning, greater meaning in their work, and in the things that they do in life. I think they may actually try to sneakily invite you out and make out that it's like a group setting and then no one else shows up. It could be I've had that done to me before. It was not funny because it was an old pervert and I practically ran out screaming. I'm really hoping that's not the case for you, Pile 3. You know? Oh, please don't let that be the case for Pile 3. It won't be for most of you. I'm not getting any warning cards here, but you know what happens. It's a group reading. It's a group reading. You know, everyone's situation is different. We're all unique, unfortunately. Or fortunately, who's to say. It does feel like, yeah, there could be a group activity or something where either no one else shows up, so it was a little bit of subterfuge there to kind of trick you into going out with them, or because this person feels a bit shy. Or it is actually a group activity, but they kind of try and get you on your own in a nice way, you know, not in a creepy or scary way or anything like that. It feels like they would kind of try and get your attention and maybe spend as much time with you as possible. Like every time you look around, they're there and you're like, oh, hello. So they're kind of hanging around, keeping an eye on you, which is kind of cute. Yeah, or maybe it's an office party or something. They'll be the person that's literally running around the room after you. Which has happened to me before, and I had no idea this person liked me, and they literally like followed me around all night, and I was like, what are you doing here? And then I twigged at the end of the night, because I'm really not very bright when it comes to that sort of thing, and I was like, oh, okay. You like me, oh. So that was a pretty funny night, because I genuinely did not see that coming. So this could be someone that you literally do not see it coming, and you're like, oh, you. So, you know, it might be someone quite unexpected, or maybe a bit shorter than you or something. You know, if you're a woman, that can be weird. Speaking as a tall woman, it's always weird when short guys try and ask me out, and I'm like, what the hell are you? Do you think you're doing? Anyway, how am I supposed to feel petite and feminine when I'm towering over you? Anyway, so I just took a phone call, so I apologise. That's why I'm a bit disjointed now, and I'm all 6s and 7s. Gonna have to get myself back together again. Get back in this energy. So yes, but with the phone call breaking up the video as well, I do feel like this person may find a reason to telephone you, even if it's like a pretext, a reason to call you. So I do feel for some of you, this is a colleague. I do feel like a work connection for quite a few of you here. But they find an excuse to telephone you or to text you or send you a message that kind of in the middle of the day, like a disruptive call, like not as in negative, but something that you're not expecting, like, oh, out of the blue, I got this message. Oh, I got this phone call. Oh, I was in the middle of doing something. I had no idea that was going to come through. So there is an element of surprise, certainly, that comes through here. I am going to take another card, but I just got told not yet by my guide. So let's see what else it is they want to say. Or they might send you some flowers, or if it's near to Valentine's Day, they might like send you a card or buy you a gift. I feel like there's a possibility they will get you a gift. And give you something, even if it's something small and seems insignificant, and they kind of go, oh, it's not a big deal, you know, like maybe they bring you a bag of apples or something that you're like, oh, I just heard that you liked cooking, and I've got an apple tree and I've got all these apples I just have to get rid of, so, you know, maybe I thought maybe you'd like some. Could be something like that seems really breezy and, you know, no big deal, but it actually is. Especially because apples are a symbol of love as well. So, that could be something there. That could be a way that they try and build the connection with you, because I feel like that's what they want to do. Now I can take the card. Thank you. 3 of Roses. Yeah, yeah. I think they will try and do it with other people around. It doesn't feel like somebody that necessarily wants to, much as they do want to be alone with you, I don't think they will be trying to be alone with you necessarily. or they will try and involve other people in their plans, or maybe someone else will help them, or maybe a friend, a sibling, you know, maybe someone else is trying to help set you up, is what I want to say. Or if they take you out on a date, it might be to a party rather than to somewhere on your own, to around other people. Yeah. But very gentle, very fun energy comes through with this person. So I think this is someone you could enjoy yourself with, even if, you know, there's not a huge amount of romantic interest from your side. This is still somebody that you could have fun with, who might be worth a go, shall we say. Because I think you're probably a bit of a tough nut to crack, like I said at the beginning. Maybe it takes you a while to warm up to people. Maybe you don't trust very easily, something like that. But I think this person would very gently wear down your defences and would seem really quite inoffensive, because they are. Yeah, and I think they are somebody that possibly could get through and could be someone who could be, you know, very nice for you to date or go out with at some point. So next we're going to look at the energy oracle cards, see what else we can find out about this person and their intentions. And I'm dropping cards. They are throwing themselves out today. I mean, literally, my cards, that's not the first time they've done that today. They're throwing cards out left, right and centre, so they're very keen to talk, obviously. They've got a lot to say today. A lot to say. Ah, yeah, they don't have that much money. They don't have that much money, so they can't be like really swish or flash, you know, and try and wow you with expensive things. It's just not something they'd be able to do. So I think they're having to be a little bit clever and think about how to approach this, how to approach you, and how to do it in a way to impress you without having lots of money to be able to buy impressive things, you know what I mean? So, but that's nice. I think in some ways that means a little bit more, because it's easy to just try and buy someone's affection. Anyone can do that. That just takes money. That doesn't take effort. Okay, so we have appreciation on number 15. We have 46, the thinking man. That's his second outing today. We have 32, the daughter spirit. 13, financial constraints, with the cupboard is bare and covered in cobwebs. 53, the magician in the mirror. And 35, the first chakra, Archangel Michael. It's interesting, we've got the symmetry of 35 and 53 in the bottom corners here. So there is some interesting balance in this connection. Oh, interesting. You might be mirrors of each other. You might mirror each other quite strongly. You may have some very similar traits or very similar experiences that you've both been through in the very real world. But there's also some similar karma that I think you're working through with the magician in the mirror here as well. I do think that this person is quite spiritual, like I said, so they could be somebody that helps to open your spirituality up. You know, they could teach you some things that you don't know, maybe a technique of meditation that you've never tried before. They could open your mind to greater things there. Or they could show you and teach you things. This is certainly someone who's rich in spirit, maybe not so much in money. So, which is fine. Someone who appreciates, with the appreciation card here, and I'm looking at the kind of the mirror image of the lady holding the rose and the man holding the crystals. It's almost like they're in similar poses with like their hand on their hip like that, facing away from each other. Almost like a kind of a mirrored pose. So they're both holding something. They're both contemplating, the lady's contemplating the rose, the man's contemplating the crystals. So there is this very much mirrored energy here, like your mirrored souls or something. So there's an interesting soul connection between the two of you, that's for sure. Even if you only decided to be friends. I mean, I think they are very attracted to you, with first chakra showing up. Root chakra. There may also be a connection to pile 1 with the root chakra as well, because that energy came through with the cherry quartz. So they appreciate, I'm not getting the words. I wanted to say they appreciate the finer things in life, but that's not it. My guides were going, no, that's not it. And they're giving me this impression. It's like they appreciate what's important in life. They appreciate people, connection, true connection. This isn't about having expensive stuff for them. That's not what it's all about. That's not the point for them. That's not the point of their life, and it never would be. They see the beauty in everything. They see the beauty in the natural world. They still have a lot of wonder when they look at the world. You know, they look at it with wonderment. The thinking woman. Yeah. Contract. This is quite an interesting connection, because with the thinking man and the thinking woman, it feels like you have a lot in common. You have hobbies in common. You have, you know, even if your lives are quite different, you're very compatible. I would say there's a high level of compatibility here. With contract, again, you may work together, but it may be that there's a marriage contract potentially here as well. I think this person would potentially want to marry you if things were to go well. They would feel safer being married, because I feel there's some insecurity from their side as well. They would definitely be someone that would want to get married at some point. They wouldn't be the kind of person that's like, no, let's just be boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, and see how it goes. And oh, I'm not, you know, no, they would want some stability. They are looking for some stability in their life. I think that may have been lacking in their early life to some degree, but they would like that. They do believe in that, certainly for most of you. And they believe in fairness as well. So again, Libra energy coming through here. Yeah, very interesting how you're mirroring each other, how your souls and your personalities mirror each other. Be interesting to see how your birthdays compare, you know, whether you've got like similar astrological signs, which is curious. Because although you are different people, you have a lot in common, if that makes sense. Different people, a lot in common. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. And then we will get some tea leaves. Tea leaves are cards. They're not actual. I'm not actually going to just dump tea leaves on my desk, because that'll make a horrible mess. That's just unnecessary. Mr. Moderator would not like that, and he would have to clean it up. So, right. Self-indulgence. The butterfly. A date. Yeah. Seduction, healing heart, golden mirror, cut down, and hammer. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like this person's been very much taken advantage of in romantic relationships, either like someone taking them for a ride or someone who's an actual narcissist, abusing them, treating them badly. And I feel that because of that, they have had to heal quite a lot, because healing heart is about abusive relationships, and it's about having to heal from toxicity. I think this could apply to you as well. That may be one of the things you have in common. But this person, they have been doing their shadow work. They may have been single for quite some time as well, but don't be put off by that, because they've been using it wisely to take care of themselves and do their healing work, do their shadow work, growing and metamorphosizing like the butterfly, like the and so there is a possibility they're going to ask you out on a date, but I think they'll do it in a not clever way. They'll think it's clever. They might do it in a subtle way rather than coming out and just saying it. So be aware of that if they try and arrange something that you'll both happen to be going to, you know, something like that. Yeah, seduction. So I mean, they are attracted to you. You know, they would like to date you. They would like to flirt. They may have started flirting with you already, or they may be about to do that. But it feels like the flirtation is there. That's kind of in the near future aspect here. So I'm seeing that they may just start to up their game at some point. Once they think they've got your attention, they'll be like, oh yeah, she's paying attention to me. They might start flirting with you. Or if there's someone that you know that has been flirting with you and you just never really thought about it because they just work at the butcher shop or something, you know, that could be the person. All right, it's someone who's either trying to flirt with you now or will be trying to flirt with you. Okay, and they're not just being nice, they mean it. They're really interested, genuinely. Yeah. Blowing kiss. I love that card. It's so cute. And they're just hoping that you like them back. So that's really cute. It's almost like kind of childish energy coming through. Oh, do you like me? It's very cute, very sweet. Yeah, and obviously it's up to you if you like them back or not. I mean, I don't know. I can't say. That'll be your choice. Let's get some tea leaves. I called them tea bags earlier. I don't know if I actually said that out loud on the video at any point. If I did, that's hilarious. But I realised I did write it down because I write down all the timestamps, obviously, for the video and the decks of cards that I'm using so I don't forget. And I can write it in the description. I actually wrote down tea bags. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm English. I'm allowed to put tea bags. Right. as I said, we are not dumping tea out on the table. I would get in a lot of trouble with Mr. Moderator. He would not like that at all. He's a clean freak. Okay. Right. Stalk. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. So again, they might make you a business offer. They might think they're so clever. I'm going to make you a business offer. Oh, I'm interested in this thing that, yeah, can we do that together? Yeah, no. That's not what they want. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Oh. Broom, new home, new attitude. Yeah, kind of sweeping away the old to begin the new. I think they have been through a lot with the Teardrops card. Fly, period of ill health and depression. Yeah, I think it's really taken a toll on their mental health. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, but success. That's good. December, we have the month of December. I think we've got another month here as well. Beware of greed, and the month of October. Interesting. So we're kind of, I'm filming this in November, sandwiched between those 2 months. But notice how I've put them that way around. My guides have put them that way around, or they've guided me to put them down. So it's December of one year and then the October of the next. So those could be important months or dates for you. Or maybe that you saw them last December, or you know, you're planning to see them next October or something like that, depending on when you're watching this. Yeah. They are very cautious about being taken advantage of. And I do feel, again, looking at the eye on the teardrop, it does look a bit Asian. There's definitely a Southeast Asian connection for some people, or Pacific Islander. Yeah, they've been through a lot. And I think a lot of their life, perhaps their career, doesn't look particularly focused, shall we say, with the wheel. But there's nothing wrong with that, because they've been doing work in other areas. They've been working on themselves. They've been working on healing their heart, healing from what they've been through. I think they have struggled with depression in the past. Again, that could be something that you have in common. But they will be successful. They have better things coming, even if they're not doing so well financially right now. They will do in the future. That is on the cards for them. But at the same time, they don't want to be seen to be greedy. They're not a greedy person. They're not someone who would trample on others to gain financially or to gain in any way. That's not who they are. Although one of you could actually be born in the year of the pig. That could be a connection there. So the Chinese year of the pig. Don't ask me when that is. I'm sure you can look it up. Google is a thing. Yeah. Very interesting. And with new home, they may have literally moved house recently. They may have bought a house recently. But it's like they've swept away a lot from their past. So they may have broken up with someone and obviously had to leave the house that they shared with them. And there's been a lot of old energy to sweep away, to deal with there. But they have better things coming. Okay. So let's get our astrology dice. Let's get some zodiac signs. So these could be in their big three. So their sun sign, their moon sign, or their ascendant, which you may or may not know, or could be yours, or could just be a sign that's important in their chart. Could have a stellium there. We have Cancer, we have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, all the air. That's interesting. I was not expecting that. All of the fire signs showing up here. That's interesting. Because, I mean, you do get fire signs who aren't as big and flashy as some other people, as you might expect them to be. But they are quietly determined in what they do. So that's interesting. Okay. So next up, we're going to get letter tiles. We're going to get names, initials, words, names of companies, people that connect you, their name, their initials, your name. See what we can see. ATULN. OH. Things are coming out a little bit back to front at the moment, which is, again, making me think about how Japanese characters, maybe Chinese characters, written backwards. I don't know about Chinese. I know Japanese characters are written backwards from my perspective as a Westerner. W. You start from the bottom and go up. E. O. A. U. I've had the Japanese connection come out a lot today in a couple of the readings, actually, if not all of them. N. So that's curious. E, Howl, T, L, Nate, E, U, P. I've got Western Australia coming through. I'm going to Joondalup. Okay. T, E, G, F, N. TGI Fridays. Have the word fun. Okay, let's see what words and names jump out at me then. Let's see what we can see. Obviously, you can screenshot this for yourself and spend some time looking at it to see what jumps out for you. I want to say Wunjo, which is actually pronounced Wunyo, I think, and it's a rune. It's a very joyful, happy, and fortunate rune. My eyes keep being drawn down here, and I was going, pleur. I was like, that's not a word. I was like, oh yes, it is. That's a French for rain. Il pleut. Maybe there's a French connection there, or connection to raining. Interesting. This person could be connected to horses somehow. Equestrian, where you might be. I remember that could be a spiritual connection to horses. It doesn't necessarily mean that they ride a horse or they own a horse. It could be that you both work for Lloyd's Bank, which has a big horse as the logo, you know. Could be something like that. So it's not always literal. Sometimes it's a little bit more subtle when the messages come through. So, Wolf. Okay, they could be German or of German origin. Getting telephone as well. Tilly. And the word puppy as well. Maybe someone has a puppy. Or is getting a puppy. Or maybe they'll buy you a puppy. That would be nice. Someone buy me a puppy. Bedford might not like that. Bedford's my cat, by the way, for those of you who don't know. He did appear during group 1, and there will be a timestamp below for you to all go and enjoy that particular interlude. Howard. Tiger. Tallulah. Noah. Fudge. Some of the words coming through are really quite fun and childlike stuff coming through. So again, it could be a connection to childhood, or to between you and them at childhood. Maybe you've known each other a long time. Look at that, hot. They think you're hot. You might even say that, which is a bit cringe, but it's kind of cute. Okay. I think they're worried about being enough for you as well, whether they're good enough, and they may not be good enough for you. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality sometimes, isn't it? Someone really isn't good enough for you, but it doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means they're not quite, you know, what you need. Okay, so you continue looking at those. I'm going to get some charms out. Try and get some more information about this person, this connection. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. We've got my Chinese lucky coins. So, a bit of confirmation on the Asian link there. Okay. We have the Sakura. So, the Japanese cherry blossom of letter A. And we have the sign of Cancer. So, that's just confirmation on Cancer. I think that's happened in every pile. I've had confirmation of one of the dice, so that's really interesting. Oh, look, there's another Sakura. Wasn't that interesting? We've got a teeny tiny swallow. I think this person might not be very tall. We have a 4-leaf clover. We have the US flag. We have a key. This wonderful spiritual gecko. Connection to South America with the gecko. We have a dinosaur. Maybe they're a bit of a nerd. Oh, we got this cute little kitty. Look at that. That's sweet. We have CND and we have this gorgeous oak tree. Okay. So connections to nature with the tiny little bird. I mean, birds can indicate travel. Having to travel around. But there is good fortune here with the 4-leaf clover. This is somebody who has a strong moral compass. Yeah, I think they're trying to work you out at the moment. They're trying to work out how to approach you, how to make this work. They may actually gift you some flowers as well. I feel like that would be a gift quite early on, or even before you started seeing them, if that were to happen. I think they might gift you some flowers or something with a flower on it. Interesting. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my friends. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was interesting. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And remember, you can watch another pile if 1 or 2 is drawing you in, is calling to you as well. So I will see you very soon. You guys take very good care of yourselves. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And I'll see you soon. Bye.